Without good blocking, your team's not going anywhere. Cisco blocks cyber attacks for customers around the world, including the entire Fortune 100 and the NFL. Because when the game is on the line, and it's always on the line, the NFL relies on Cisco.
That looks good. Yeah, pretty good. All right. Good to be in Frankfurt. Got in this morning. Good flight in. Got in this morning. Just kind of rolling along here, and beautiful facility. So look forward to getting out there this afternoon, wrapping up our preparations, and be ready to go on Sunday. Are we doing pretzels for lunch? Seriously.
If you raise your hand to ask a question, we do have mics that they're going to pass. If you're in the first two rows, the instructions are already given to push the button on the device there if you're asking a question.
Are we going to get a set like this?
Just the first question, Coach Belichick, you got quite some Germans on your teams during the last 10, 15 years, with Seabass, with Jacob and Marcus for a short time. What did you learn about German and German culture from them?
I learned that when they were saying things to me under their breath in German, it probably wasn't complimentary. No, they were all great to coach. I loved all three of those players. As you said, Marcus, we didn't have very long, with his injury, but, Seabass, we drafted, had a great career with us, and Jakob, came as an international player and developed into a solid NFL player. He's had a great career. So, those guys are all, the three of them, very hardworking, smart, great teammates, good team players, very unselfish. And honestly, a pleasure to coach.
Bill, Doug Cutt here. Trent Brown didn't travel with the team. Was that due to the personal issue or the ankle injury?
Yeah, both.
Hello, Mr. Belichick. Welcome to Germany. The Patriots have a very big community here in Germany. What do you expect of the crowd on Sunday?
Yeah, well, we'll see. That's great. Hope we give them a lot to cheer about.
Hey, Bill, to your right. You seem to be enjoying this. What is, after as long as you've been in the league, what is getting to have an experience like this, to play in a new country? What does this mean to you, I guess? Yeah,
well, it's obviously a unique experience. It's great for, our team, our players, our staff. It's a great experience to, we played a lot of NFL games, and this is one that will be a little bit different, just like Mexico City and London were. So it's a good opportunity for our team. I think we'll just, make the most of it and enjoy it. Obviously focus on playing well, regaining our focus and preparation here, the next couple of days, and go out there and, hopefully play the best game of the year on Sunday. That's our goal.
We did have a discussion last week for the Dolphins arriving earlier, the Chiefs coming here late, as you did. Did you have to think long about arriving only on Friday, or did you discuss it coming earlier?
Yeah, we looked into it and talked about it. This is what we've done for the other games. The London games was basically the same schedule, so we stuck with that.
And it worked out since you won all that.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it just, I think the overall, preparation at home, not trying to bring all our stuff here, but trying to do lay the majority of the groundwork at home and cover all the things, and then come here today and review it today and then tomorrow, and then play the game. Felt like that was the most efficient thing for us, but it could be different for other teams. I don't know. I don't have any commentary on that, but for us, we felt like it was the best way for us to operate. So we've done it that way before. I think everybody's very comfortable with it.
Hello, your career is really amazing. Over 20 years of coaching, or even more, than winning all those trophies.
Unfortunately, it's more than 20.
Nothing in more than 24 too. And how do you motivate yourself at times like at the moment?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy all aspects of it: the preparation, the team building, the competitiveness on Sundays, the The guys that I work with, the staff, the players. It's a great environment. Ownership, and everybody works together and try to work toward a common goal. And it's honestly, it beats working.
Thank you.
I enjoy it.
Hello, Bill. Good morning. And we are from Spain, and so part of the community is very supportive about the Kayson Boutte. So we would like to ask you about also the development of this year, of this week, also, and if it's an expectation to be active for Sunday.
I'm sorry.
Kayson Boutte, what has been during the week. During the training, and also regarding if it could be active for the Sunday.
One more time. If who will be active? Oh, Kayson Boutte. Okay, sorry. I was thinking of like there was some Spanish guy that I was supposed to know here. And I'm like, sorry. Yeah, we'll see how all that goes. I mean, Kayshawn's had a good couple weeks here, so it's definitely trending in the right direction. So that's been good. But yeah, we're looking forward again. Appreciate all of our international fans from all the countries. Certainly Frankfurt. I know we have a Croatian group here in Frankfurt, Spain, France, Italy. We'll take them all.
Hey, Bill, I wanted to know how the game last week between the Chiefs and Dolphins might have helped inform any of your preparation logistically or understanding its new playing surface, anything you study from that game that might help on Sunday.
Right. Well, most of our preparations were pretty well set, but there were some other things that, came up from a game operational standpoint that, we have a week of, looking at somebody else do it and see what they did and how that worked out. And there are a couple things that we are going to adjust based on that. So, yeah, that's a little bit, it's definitely helpful to have seen the game a week ago, on the field, on the surface, different, scoreboard and different kind of configuration of the stadium, things like that. And so that'll be good tomorrow to just go over and, walk that and kind of get a little bit of a feel for it.
Hello, Coach. Concerning the adjustment about the stadium, and since it's conceived as a soccer stadium, when we saw last week the scoreboard being hit by a punter, is there any adjustment you had with your special teams about the stadium, about something they might tune?
No, that's actually come up in a couple of the, of our games before, where the ball is hit an object, whether it was the scoreboard or could be the wire that the camera goes on or something like that, and they just replay the play. So it's, that's all covered. We'll see whether it happens or not, but no, I don't think it's really that big of a factor for us. If either punter hits it or kicker hits it, then, we'll replay the play.
Hi, Coach.
Yeah.
Your defenses usually are amazing, and the last 2 weeks, the front seven have several problems, more in the third downs, maybe from the Judon injury. What are you doing to change this dynamic in the front seven, these third downs?
Yeah, well, third down, so, such critical down, so, we have to do a better job there on both sides of the ball, both picking them up on offense and getting off the field on defense. So, fundamentals, technique, and, some awareness things. So, the Colts are good there. They're, do a really good job of staying out of long yardage. They run the ball well, so, they don't create too many long yardage situations relative to the rest of the league because they have such a good running game. So, getting them in long yardage is hard, but regardless of what the down is, you gotta, it's the most competitive down, and unless it's fourth down. And we just all got to do a better job there. Mm-hmm.
Passing the mic just further down.
Hi, Bill.
Hi.
Welcome back to Europe.
Thank you.
In terms of the Buffalo win and the Vegas defeat, it seemed like something was starting to finally click on the offense. I mean, it was the third highest rate in terms of motion from that offense, but then obviously Kendrick Bourne getting injured and the Z receiver that seemed to kind of damaged the chances last week because the receivers weren't getting much separation against Washington. But I know the other gentleman asked about Butte or just in general. Are you hoping that the young guys in the second half of the season can go on and make an impact and just sort of give the offense some life in that regard?
Right. Well, each week's different. So, different team, different opponent, different scheme, different players. So we'll see how we match up this week against the Colts. And, last week was last week against a different team, different players, different scheme. So, we'll see what happens this week. But, yeah, of course, our goal offensively is to not turn the ball over and, score points, whether that's explosive plays or, converting in the red area. So that's our goal every week, and that'll be our goal this week. Hopefully we'll do a good job of it.
Even though it's obviously different opponents, so have you and Coach O'Brien had discussions about, because the way offenses have developed now in the NFL, there is a lot of motion, the line of scrimmage. So have you guys sort of tried to implement that into the game plan and hoping to have that going forward? Because I think in the first half of the season we didn't see a lot of that on the Patriots offense, but it seems like I mentioned before, that injury, there was a real sort of adjustment to try and, get that as part of the offense week in and week out.
Yeah. Well, again, there are advantages to going in motion. There's drawbacks to going in motion. So if we can use our advantage, we'll use it. If we don't think it helps us, then we probably won't. So that's pretty much the same discussion every week.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Back row far right. Back row far right.
Hello, Mr. Belichick. Welcome to Frankfurt.
Thank you.
Over your time with the Patriots, you've had tremendous success. How do you look back at that legacy you planted in the NFL with the Patriots, and how do you see your current team in a strength-wise?
Right. Well, honestly, I don't spend too much time focusing on that. It's really right now. It's just about getting ready to play the Colts and doing the best job we can, in preparation, and then competitively on Sunday against the Colts. So that's really my focus right now. And as far as what happened in the past, or analysis of the team this year and all that, worry about that later.
Mark Daniels, second row middle.
Bill, what went into the decision to keep J.C. Jackson at home, and do you expect him to be available to you after this trip?
Yeah, I think he'll be available. Yeah, no, he's not on the trip.
What went into the decision to keep him
That no, well, I mean, that was a decision. I'm not going to go into it.
Andrew Callahan on the right.
Bill, players have spoken a lot about how deep you'll go into previewing an opponent and team meetings, dating back to ownership history. I'm curious how, in discussing the Colts this week, just the magnitude of the history of this moment playing in Germany might have shaped any of your messaging to the team about this week. Understanding the point is to win, but it's a unique week.
Yeah, well, I'd say the front end of the preparations were a little condensed this week. So, I mean, again, this is a team that we've played, each of the last couple of years. So, there are the teams that we're less familiar with. A team like Washington that we haven't played in 4 years. It has undergone a lot of changes. So, actually, this week it's been a lot more about just getting ready for the preparation on this game, and of course that leads into some of the bigger picture things, but maybe a little less focus on that just because we're more familiar with this team, and it's a little bit shorter preparation on the front end. It's really 3 days into 2 on the front end. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, into Wednesday and Thursday.
Third row on the left.
Hi, Bill. Good to see you.
Hi.
Do you have the chance to see some of Frankfurt, the town, like see some cultural stuff, or also the players?
Yeah, not yet. We just got here this morning and, had some meetings over at the hotel and get on the field today. So we'll see how it goes on that. Kind of running on fumes here, so I don't know how long I'll last tonight.
You could pass that mic, 2 people behind you. Mr. Griot?
Hey, Bill, you're a great historian of the game. Did you ever think when you broke into this game that you'd be playing in different countries? But this is now the 3rd different country you've played in. And where do you see the game going in the next 50 years? You think it will be a truly global game?
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably above my pay grade. I don't know. I'm not on the marketing side of things, and soccer's football, soccer. I don't know. It's a good question. But yeah, I mean, sport here is great. We played games in the spring in the Europe League for several years, and that kind of dissolved. But I know that there are other local American football teams in Europe, and I've communicated with some of them. So, but yeah, sport's grown, and nothing would really surprise me. That's be some logistical issues at some point, but I don't know. Maybe you'll work those out. Interesting question.
Hi, Bill. In my 23 years, I'm a Patriots fan. I never see you laugh so much. Yeah, I think Germany is good for you. How you feeling in Germany?
Love visiting Germany. Yeah, been here, a couple times. It's been, great country. People are great, beautiful, friendly. So, thank you. Appreciate your hospitality.
Bill, you said you've spoken to football teams over here before. In what capacity? How did that work? Did you?
Well, most of them have reached out to me. Like, hey, we have a team here, and kind of go from there.
Is that something? Is that important to you to be available to help grow the game in that respect?
Yeah. Well, most of it was in the summer. It was not during obviously football season, but yeah. Sometimes they look me up or just randomly bump into them, or been given some jerseys and hats or stuff like that as souvenirs from those teams. Like hey, just wanted you to have this, and that type of thing.
Is there somewhere
informal? It's informal. I'm not like formally associated with anybody.
No, but just in terms, you like if somebody reaches out to you, whether it's somebody that's coaching here or something like that, to try to offer something?
A lot of them are American that have transplanted and ended up here, that are involved in some version of some type of European American football team that either I have a connection with, or it's a friend of a friend of a friend, or whatever. So it's it's pretty random, but it is interesting. It just shows you it's a small world.
Is there a room in your house that has all those things they've given you from some of those teams, or do you save any of those things?
Separate house. Of course, you bet. Yeah.
Final question on the right-hand side.
Coach, with flag football being a hot topic in the upcoming years, and probably having like the best talents, young talents, like being involved in it, do you think this is going to have an impact maybe in the development of future players, maybe going into the NFL, like having some skill transfer or awareness or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Not really too familiar with that aspect of it, so I'd have to probably do a little more research there. Sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.